I've wanted to make this video for a while now, maybe about a week, but I could never really think of a good way to vocalize my thoughts, and I have a lot of them, especially about events that are taking place today on social media. In case you didn't know, there is an Instagram hashtag going around called Tuesday Blackout, and people are using it as a method of solidarity or whatever to stand with the black community. I really only have one question about it, and that question is why? Like, what do you honestly think posting a black square on Instagram is gonna do to help us? Another problem I have with this is that I see a lot of people posting this stuff that have been against the BLM movements and against the protests and against the riots, and they're just kind of posting this now as a way to say, hey guys, look, I know I posted all that shit talking down to you for the past week, but I swear, I'm not racist. Hey guys, look! Black Lives Matter! I don't know where this hashtag originated from, but I find it kind of ironic that people are using it to speak out and raise awareness about the black community when they really aren't saying anything at all. Another problem that I have with this is that it's absolutely flooding the Black Lives Matter hashtag with black, and that sounds so wrong. Another problem I have with this is that it's absolutely flooding the Black Lives Matter hashtag, and that's a problem because people usually use the Black Lives Matter hashtag to look up news and find out what's happening in the current climate. People have spoken out about this already, but unfortunately it's still a bit of a problem. Moving on to a different subtopic, I also have a problem with how people are responding to this situation. While there are an incredible amount of people bringing light to this and trying to help the situation in every way they can, I still see people just borderline not giving a fuck. A lot of people are busy making jokes about it, being racist, or just not caring at all. Now, I have a dark sense of humor. I joke about shit like this all the time. Race, gender, sexuality, literally everything. I even say the N-word hard R a lot, and if you watch my videos, you'd know that already. I'm also a firm believer of the fact that nothing is off limits in comedy, and you should be able to joke about anything that you want. The line I draw is that I usually try to make my jokes funny. Usually. There'll always be some sort of punchline or some sort of character that I'm playing to always back up the fact that it's a joke. And the problem with a lot of these jokes is that they're just not really funny. I just see people using the situation as an opportunity to be edgy for no reason at all except to piss people off. Haha, funny black man dead. And not only are these jokes just not really funny, people are using it as an excuse to just be downright racist, which is just one of the worst things you can do right now. People who aren't really doing anything about it at all and just staying completely silent, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Silence is compliance. Everybody knows that at this point. And that's why I'm making this video right now, because I've been silent for way too long while I try to figure out what to say. And I didn't want to just make one Twitter post about it or something like that. I think the biggest problem I have with this are with the people who are trying to justify the situation and are taking the side of the cops. I think people who talk like this just show a general lack of intelligence, and also the fact that they don't realize that the problem doesn't lie with the protesters and the rioters, it lies with the cops.
Hey man, I really don't appreciate you saying stuff like that. My dad is a cop, and I swear to God, he's a good guy. He doesn't kill anybody. He's good.
Can you shut the fuck up? When I say stuff like this, I obviously don't mean that that fat ass cop you're related to is a bad person, even though he probably is. I'm saying that the ideology behind being a cop is bad. See, cops are sworn to protect the law, right? Even though most of those laws are built on completely racist, unfair, and outdated foundation. And when a cop swears to uphold the law, he swears to uphold those same broken laws that hurt people like me, aka black people. And it really annoys me to hear people say the complete opposite, because it either means that they're not educated enough about that subject, or they're just plain racist. I see a lot of people shitting on the protests and the riots, and the protests that eventually turn into riots. What the fuck is up with that, by the way? What is wrong with people? And while I don't really agree with the riots, I don't really disagree with them either. I mean, just think about it for a second. If you have a problem with it, listen. Imagine if you, or you and a specific group of people, were marginalized, taken advantage of, and talked down to, and just generally mistreated for over 200 years, and you literally couldn't say anything about it. Even after just decades of standing up to yourself and asking nicely for some fucking respect, you still didn't get it. What would you do in that situation? Be completely honest. What other option do you think you'd have? A riot is the language of the unheard, and right now, we are the unheard. Which brings me to the point I wanted to make with this video. If you haven't spoken out about this, or at least tried to help, please, try. In the description below, I'm going to be leaving links to several petitions and foundations you can donate to. And I know, online petitions, oh, what have I ever done? I know it may seem pointless, but literally everything helps. No matter how little or minuscule it may seem, everything helps. And if you're thinking about going to a protest, please be prepared, bring gear, keep your cell phone at home, because the police are doing some weird shit with that, and they're somehow tracking you. I don't know how the fuck it works. Honestly, it fucking scares me. Just stay safe. That's all I ask. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Black Lives Matter.